KOAM News Now.
Right now at 5, authorities search for a suspect wanted in connection to a Newton County homicide.
And we've got showers and scattered thunderstorms for the rest of the afternoon.
Plus, a retired nurse opens her home in Webb City, Missouri to share her passion for rug cooking.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 5 a.m. I'm Elise Snowy.
And I'm Lindsay Gaffney.
Yes, and it's Friday here in the 4 states, finally Friday. And for most, it's been a short week and there's been quite a bit of rain for this week.
Yes, there has, but good thing we don't have any severe weather today. We are getting some showers and thunderstorms continuing starting now all day today. So we can go ahead, take a look outside, see what we've got going on. 66 degrees out in Joplin, getting down to 65 before it starts to warm back up. And we've also got those scattered showers, scattered thunderstorms throughout the rest of the day today. We're seeing, mostly just some rain, flash flooding threats, but other than that, maybe some cloud to ground lightning. No other severe threat with any of these showers or thunderstorms. Temperatures are in the mid 60s right now. Going to only warm up to the lower 70s today, so we're not going to warm up too much. We can thank all these showers for that. Right now I've got some showers moving through Columbus and heading into the Joplin area. Not seeing any lightning as of right now, but for the morning it's mostly just going to be those scattered showers. Those are going to continue for the next couple of hours, intermittent, and then as we move into the afternoon, we are expecting a little bit more increase in those thunderstorms pushing through the area. We do have, like I said, main threat, cloud to ground lightning, and that flash flooding warning and watches that we're looking at for the rest of the day. So just east of Joplin, stronger shower thunderstorm, and you can see Columbus all the way west of Joplin. You see pretty massive shower right there. That's going to continue for the next couple of hours. So when you're getting up, getting ready to start your day, we do have those showers continuing on. Now, as we get into the afternoon, after about 12:30, we are seeing that increase to some thunderstorms throughout the rest of the day, ending right about 8 p.m. But we'll talk more about that in just a little bit.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. A Seneca, Missouri man pleads guilty to multiple felony and misdemeanor charges, including assaulting law enforcement during the January 6, 2021 breach of the U.S. Capitol. 27-year-old Kyler Joseph Bard of Seneca pleaded guilty to 2 felonies, including assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain officers and civil disorder. In addition to the felonies, Bard pleaded guilty to 4 misdemeanors. Newton County deputies are looking for a man they're calling an armed and dangerous suspect in an early morning homicide. Joshua Taft is wanted on felony warrants for second-degree murder, endangering the welfare of a child, armed criminal action, and unlawful possession of a firearm. Deputies found 50-year-old Eric Whittington dead on Freddie Lane in Joplin. Investigators say Taft and Whittington fought before Whittington's death. If you have any information about Taft's location, contact local authorities. And to be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. The Miami Public Library yesterday hosted an event called Preparing for the Big Adventure. The event's goal is to help local teenagers get ready for adulthood. Teens had the chance to learn about college, careers, loans, taxes, and more. Almost 50 Upward Bound program participants joined the event that was open to the public.
Helps them in a lot of different ways. They can learn about networking, meeting people that are in the businesses now, so if they're preparing for that type of career, and also just learning about things that they may not even know that they need.
For me, it makes it a lot less stressful, just getting to know people around the area. For me, one of my quotes that I live by is that life is made by the connections that you make with people. And that's really what your life is just connections.
The Miami Public Library will host more events focused on teens during the summer. To learn more about that, you can go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. A retired nurse recently opened her home in Webb City, Missouri to share her passion for rug hooking. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
After 42 years of saving lives in the medical field, Kathy Wagner now spends retirement igniting passion in lives through rug hooking.
It was my dream to teach people how to do this rug hooking, and I had an opportunity to do that, and so I have been teaching for the last 3.5 years, and just recently brought the group into my home.
Usually, Wagner offered classes in Kansas under her business, Hooks and Loops. However, this month she decided to open up her home in Webb City, Missouri to share the passion across the state line. According to Wagner, hooking projects can take weeks, months, or even years to complete, but that's a part of the fun.
And why'd you choose jack-o'-lanterns?
Because I like jack-o'-lanterns.
You pull wool strips up through the backing, then makes loops on the backing and fills in the pictures.
Wagner does not only teach, but provides the wool, drawings, of course, the encouragement.
Looks good. Looks really good. There's not very many rug hooking places or organizations around here. You used to have to go to Kansas City or down into Arkansas to buy. And so when I started, I thought, I've got to have stuff for them to do.
Multiple completed projects hang on the walls to remind the participants of the end goal. And when Wagner is asked which is her favorite,
Oh, goodness.
reporting in Webb City, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
I've got a bunch upstairs.
For more information about hooks and loops, you can go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes coming up on the KOAM Morning News. The Joplin Outlaws held their first home game since it became under the control of new ownership. Plus, worshipers marked the Catholic holiday of Corpus Christi at an iconic Brazilian statue. And thunderstorms continue. We'll have what to expect with Lindsay Gaffney in the Skywatch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back.
Hardware in Parsons.
Well, a new era of Joplin Outlaws baseball began yesterday evening at Joe Becker Stadium. It's the first home game for the team since it became under the control of new ownership and left the Mink League for the Mid-American. We began the night with a 1 hour and 40-minute rain delay, but after the rain cleared off, the Outlaws finally take the field. Top of the first, this ball is smoked by Corson Hastings. It lands in the gap and clears the bases for a 3-run double. Sharman starts the game with a 4-0 lead. Later in the inning, Manny Garcia with a nice play and a beautiful flip to Cole Hill and gets the double pay to get out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Base is loaded for Gabe Russell, and he sends a line shot up the middle that scores 2 runs, and Joplin cuts the lead in half. It's now a 4-2 ball game. First inning rally continues for the Outlaws. Cale McCarville drops in another base hit to make it a 1-run game. It's now a 4-3 Sherman. The Joplin Outlaws go on to win this one in just 8 innings, leaving the final score 10-6. Now switching gears to college basketball, Pittsburgh State Women's Hoops hires a new assistant coach yesterday. Kelby Fritz, who had been an assistant at Missouri Southern for 6 seasons before working at Indiana State this past year. And Fritz was a player for the Lions from 2009 to 2012. Pittsburgh State women's basketball head coach Amanda David says about the hire, quote, Kelby's experience in the league, regional relationships with recruiting, personality, and work ethic really made this a no-brainer. Now over to Major League Baseball. The Royals are going through a bit of a slump, having lost 3 of their last 4, but they still enter Thursday in control of the second AL wildcard spot. The Royals trying to force a series split with the Twins. This helps the cause in the top of the first. Bobby Witt Jr. hits an RBI double off the wall to open a 3-0 lead. Next inning, MJ Melendez unloads on a pitch down the right field lane, gone for a solo home run. Royals up 4-0. Twins answer back though. Bottom of the 5th, Ryan Jeffers hits one to nearly the same spot Witt Jr. did, but his gets out for a home run. Score is now 4-3. Next inning, Carlos Correa comes up with the bases loaded and clears them with a 3 RBI triple. Royals fall to the Twins 7-6. They've now lost 4 of their last 5. And closing things out in the NBA, the Mavericks emphatically, punched their ticket to the NBA Finals last night. They dominate the Timberwolves 124-103 in Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals and are headed to the NBA Finals for the first time in 13 seasons. A new study shows a possible link between tattoos and a form of cancer. Plus a check of the 7-day forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns.
Ruddick's Furniture and Flooring's Memorial Day sale begins now. Enjoy the best sale.
Well, we've got some rain showers in the area, and out in 7th and Rangeline, 5:15 this morning, you can see the rain on the camera already. And we're not expecting any severe threat, but we do have those showers continuing for the next several hours and increasing as we move into the afternoon. So, gotten a lot of rainfall. Main threat with all of this rain is flash flooding throughout the day. So we're going to keep an eye out if any warnings come out. But out in Joplin, just under 3 inches. Well, just west of Joplin, just under 3 inches. If you're all in the blue, it's less than an inch, so 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rainfall. And out in Newata County, you got about 2-3 inches of rain. So far, quite a bit of rainfall. We're going to continue that all day today. Scattered showers this morning, mostly in our southern counties. We've got a few just east of Nevada or southeast of Nevada. Now, main shower that we're really seeing right now out in Columbus, Baxter Springs, Miami getting a lot of rainfall, Fairland getting a lot of rainfall, and Joplin also has a nice little shower right ahead of it. We're going to keep seeing these showers push more north in the next couple of hours, but like you can see if you look down in Arkansas, all of these showers moving in as well, moving north. So for the rest of the day, showers, scattered thunderstorms continue. So starting your morning off about 7 a.m., still those scattered showers. Now, you might not even see any rainfall because they are pretty scattered, but if you do, mostly just light showers in the morning time, about 65 degrees to start your morning off. And then when you're coming home from work, from school, that's when we're going to start to see those thunderstorm chances kick back up. Temperatures only getting up to the lower 70s today, so we're not warming up too much either today. And we do see some wind gusts possibly getting up to about 20 miles per hour. So let's take a look. Rain chances for the next 24 hours. We're seeing after 11 a.m., 12, over a 60% chance of that rainfall passing by. And that's when we're really going to see those thunderstorm chances continue until about 5-6 p.m. They start to drop off after that, and then overnight, very isolated showers and thunderstorms continue. So let's go ahead and take a look at that future track. So we've got those showers pushing in north, a few more coming through into the Joplin area in the next couple of hours. So all morning today, about 12:30, just east or just west of Joplin, so moving into the Pittsburgh area. Got a nice little thunderstorm moving in. Like I said, not a severe threat, but still might see some cloud to ground lightning, maybe some thunder in the area. It's going to be pretty dreary all day today. Those push north, and then we have a few more showers pushing in, isolated thunderstorms, and this is about 7 p.m. Like I said, we've got a few isolated thunderstorms, Pittsburgh area, north of Joplin, and then that's when we're really going to start to see this rotate back out, and then Most of the day Saturday looking really good. Temperatures getting up to the upper 70s, low 80s on Saturday. And as you can see, pretty sunny skies all day long. So that trend's going to continue for the weekend. We've got a nice looking day on Sunday as well. Mostly clear skies, a few clouds here and there, but overall looking good for the weekend. So we just have to get through one more day of kind of dreary weather, thunderstorms, and then we've got temperatures in the lower 80s Saturday, Sunday. Unfortunately, scattered thunderstorms return back again Monday through the early part of the work week. But for most of your day today, rainfall, dreary conditions, some thunderstorms in the afternoon, but not a severe threat. Watch out for floods and on those low-lying roads and anywhere near bridges. Now, we'll be back with more news right after this.
Starts with you. Be a Girl Scout.
Topping Health Watch this morning. A third case of bird flu has been reported in the U.S., this time in a farm worker in Michigan. This makes the second human case in Michigan reported as part of the ongoing U.S. virus outbreak linked to cattle. The farm worker reportedly had direct contact with infected cattle. Their symptoms were described as mild. In addition to the eye symptoms seen in the other two cases, they reported respiratory symptoms as well. Experts say that doesn't necessarily mean the virus has become more dangerous, but instead it may point to the route in which the farm worker contacted the infection. Last week, a case was reported in a farm worker who had since recovered. A case in Texas was also reported in March, and that person has also recovered with no lasting problems. Health officials say the risk to the general public remains low. A new study from Sweden shows a possible link between tattoos and a form of cancer called malignant lymphoma. Researchers found people with at least one tattoo presented with the cancer 21% more often than people without any ink, though it's not clear why. One theory is a tattoo can cause a low-grade inflammation that triggers cancer. Another is the ink itself gets into the lymph system, which is already known to happen sometimes. Many experts say the study doesn't really show a statistically significant increased risk. One big problem is there was no difference in risk between people with one tattoo and those who are covered in them. Critics and the study's authors both agree more research should be done on the topic. A Mississippi family is growing not by 1, 2, 3, or even 4. They are expecting 5 babies. And to help ease the financial burden on mom and dad, as Brandy McGill reports, the community of Laurel is rallying behind the couple in a big way.
I mean, they were little bitty specks when we found 4 of them. It took a whole 2 weeks later to find the 5th one.
Ashley and Tyler Myers are preparing to welcome not 1 but 5 babies into the world. With a due date of October 3rd, Ashley says doctors are expecting them to arrive as early as August.
We went to Stork's Secret. I was around, 5-6 weeks. I mean, barely a dot on the screen, but just wanted to see, and there was 2 guaranteed at that point. 3rd possible, and a 4th that was nah, we don't think so.
The Myers say this was all a surprise after moving into their new home.
Another one I thought was fine. 2, no big deal. They're just babies, you know. And the more that kept coming, it was just
okay. That's
kind of overwhelming, but it's just part of it.
After confirmation from multiple doctors, Ashley and Tyler have been busy putting together baby beds, swings, car seats, and doing lots of laundry.
These have been all bought off our registry, all 3 of the swings.
The community is now rallying behind the Myers in full support to get them everything they need, all thanks to Maters and Taters owner Angie Ducksworth in Seminary.
Customers are family, and we strive on being very personable. We want to know about your kids, your dogs, what's going on in your life.
Ducksworth says the Myers have been regular shoppers for a while and felt it was her turn to support them.
Ashley is special. I mean, we don't know anybody that has quints. When she walked in and told us she was having quints, we just couldn't believe it. And we have been working promoting their registry, trying to help raise money, raise things that they need, because Ashley will be going in the hospital shortly, and she wants everything bought and done before she goes.
Everybody has donated a crib. A crib you see has been donated to us. So we are very grateful for how much people have donated, helped, as far as if that's financially, if that's just their support coming to wash bottles or help me clean and put up cribs, you know.
And Duxworth says there's an old saying she lives by, a saying the Myers plan to adopt.
They say it takes a village to raise a child. It's going to take a big old town to raise these 5, so we need help. Thank y'all.
The Myers already have 2 daughters, so soon they'll be a family of 9. And that's a look at some of today's top health stories. You're watching the KOAM Morning News.
Well, rain showers continue for the next several hours and start to increase as we get into the afternoon hours, maybe seeing some thunderstorms in the area. And that's going to start to fall off a little bit later this afternoon.
Learn more at koamnewsnow.com/hero fund.
Right now at 5:30, Pittsburgh Blocks 22 plays host to a downtown discussion to talk about future projects.
And we're closing out the work week with a pretty rainy day. Thunderstorm chances later this afternoon.
Plus, the Daughters of the American Revolution host a free traveling history exhibit.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 5:30. I'm Elise Noe.
And I'm Lindsay Gaffney.
It's Friday here and the week has gone by pretty fast. For most of us, it's been a 4-day work week. And, you know, I know some people aren't as lucky, but I've certainly enjoyed it. I hope you at home who have, had a 4-day work week have enjoyed it as well. But it's been a little rainy.
It has, unfortunately, closing out this 4-day work week with some rain showers in the area, and we might even see some thunderstorms later this afternoon. But right now, temperatures in the mid-60s across the region, and we've got pretty good visibility, but there is still those rain showers throughout Joplin and most of our southern central counties. We've already got a lot of rain as well, so we are considering flash flood as a concern with all of this rain. And not to mention, temperature is going to be pretty cool today. Right now in the mid to upper 60s, and we're really only getting to the lower 70s, so we're not going to warm up too much. Joplin 66, Miami 68, Independence 66, so pretty standard across the region. And we've already had a lot of rainfall. We had some rain last night as well, so most of the area already kind of saturated. With the light blue, we're more looking at 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rainfall just west of Joplin, up to 3 inches of rain. So we're in the green, about 1 inch to 2.5 inches of rainfall. So that's going to continue as we see these showers push north through the area. And we've got some showers now near Webb City getting rain, Columbus, Baxter Springs, Miami, Chautauqua, all getting some heavier rain. And we also see maybe a little bit of lightning, cloud to ground lightning, in some of those stronger rain cells, but we're not really seeing a severe threat. Cloud to ground lightning is a threat, so keep that in mind as you're moving about your day. But other than that, local floods in the area and flash floods. So watch out when you're on your way to work, school, for any flooded areas, low-lying roads. All of those are at risk for floods. And rain showers and scattered thunderstorms continue throughout the day. Temperatures only getting up to the lower 70s, and these chances do start to fall off in the afternoon, but I'll have more details in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you soon, Lindsay. Well, Pittsburgh's Block 22 plays host to a downtown discussion yesterday evening. Citizens of Pittsburgh were invited to a downtown community conversation yesterday, and attendees could write on sticky notes what they would like to see in the city on a wide range of issues, from parking to a sports complex. And the city will take the suggestions and comments and incorporate them into a future plan.
Some people are a little bit worried that the growth is going to create some problems. There'll obviously be additional traffic, both pedestrian and automobile traffic. There'll also be additional parking needs, which everyone talks about. So there's definitely concerns about that. But what it boils down to is Pittsburgh's growing, this development's going to be happening, right? And they're going to have to accommodate it. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to need to do to make sure that that growth doesn't create more problems.
Some projects that are already in the works include moving Pitt State's business school to downtown and a possible hotel and convention center. The Grand River Dam Authority will open up some Ottawa County property for controlled hunts in the fall. The GRDA says the public can now register for those hunts online. For interested parties, the registration period to apply for next season's deer, waterfowl, and turkey hunts will run from June 1st through July 31st. For more information, head on over to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. The Crawford County Historical Museum is playing host to an American Revolution exhibit this week. The exhibit is a collaborative project of the American Battlefield Trust and the National Society, Daughters of the American Revolution. The exhibition includes interactive digital kiosks that use storytelling, illustration, technology, and unique artifacts and primary accounts.
This exhibit was offered through a combination of American Battlefield Trust and the Daughters of the American Revolution, and they put this together so this exhibit could be sent around the United States, especially to rural areas.
The exhibit will remain open and free to the public through June 6th. Well, McDonald's honors a couple of owners/operators with a surprise 1-in-8 event. Glenn Nichols and Phil Close have served their communities for more than 4 decades, not just with McDonald's, but through their involvement with local programs. Yesterday, the company recognized the pair for their years of service with custom-made limited edition McDonald's 1-in-8 Letterman jackets.
Well, the communities have been very good to us in our restaurants and our employees, and it's just the right thing to do. When the community takes care of you, we need to in turn take care of the community and take care of them.
Well, because McDonald's is all about people, and people are a business, and people, I like people, I enjoy dealing with people, and it seemed to me, a lot of people have asked me how is McDonald's different than the school business. It's not different at all.
The 1-in-8 designation refers to the fact that 1 out of every 8 Americans have worked at a McDonald's at some point in their lives. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Powerful eruption and lava are still flowing from a volcano in southwestern Iceland. Plus, TikTok offered the U.S. government a deal that would give them unprecedented control of the app. We'll have the latest. You're watching the KOAM Morning News.
The St. Louis Cardinals.
Topping World Watch, worshippers marked the Catholic holiday of Corpus Christi at an iconic Brazilian statue. A colorful carpet was laid out yesterday in front of Christ the Redeemer statue, which overlooks Rio de Janeiro. Dozens of volunteers helped make the sustainable carpet made of salt, used coffee grounds, eggshells, and sawdust. The Archbishop of Rio de Janeiro, Cardinal Orani Tempest, led the adoration and benediction of the Blessed Sacrament. Church officials say the carpet represents the 17 Sustainable Development Goals proposed by the United Nations as it gets ready to celebrate Environment Day next week. After the ceremony, the carpet was removed and will be turned into composting material. Lava is still flowing from a volcano in southwestern Iceland, but there's not as much activity as there was on Wednesday when it first erupted. It was the 5th and most powerful eruption since the volcanic system near Grindavik reawakened in December after being dormant for 800 years. Lava has been pouring from the volcano at record levels, and its fissure is now more than 2 miles. Volcanologist Dave McCarvey says the eruption is following a familiar pattern of a large release early on, then a drop-off in volcanic activity with a few days. Thousands of people who live near the volcano have been evacuated, and there's been no word on when it would be safe for them to return home. Well, a new report from the Washington Post says that in 2022, TikTok offered the U.S. government a deal that would give it unprecedented control of the app. The Biden administration ended up rejecting the deal and instead urging TikTok to divest from its China-based parent company. Correspondent Hillary Vaughn has more.
The Biden administration rejected a deal that would have given them partial control over TikTok, a compromise that TikTok thought might help them avoid an all-out ban. But it didn't ultimately solve the problem, which is TikTok is owned by a Beijing-based business, which means the Chinese Communist Party has influence over it. The Washington Post reports the deal on the table would give the U.S. government veto power over each new hire at TikTok, let a defense contractor monitor TikTok's source code, and give the feds a kill switch to shut down the app if anything were to go haywire. But a senior Biden administration official telling the Post the only acceptable option is completely cutting off TikTok from China for national security concerns, saying they, quote, determined more than a year ago that the solution proposed by the parties at the time would be insufficient to address the serious national security risks presented. It became clear that divestment from its foreign ownership was and remains necessary. Republicans say this half-measure fix floated by TikTok would have made the U.S. operate just like the CCP.
Why would we choose to do what TikTok has already done? And that is to give the government access.
Time is ticking for TikTok to put themselves up for sale and find a buyer if they want to continue to be on smartphones in America. But instead of doing that, they are busy suing over the divestment order signed into law by President Biden. A U.S. appeals court in D.C. will be hearing the case and has fast-tracked the process to get a ruling by December 6th, leaving time for the Supreme Court to weigh in if needed. Now, TikTok has until January 19th to divest to an American company or face a ban.
That's a look at World Watch. We'll be right back.
Memorial Day super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Well, we've got scattered showers and thunderstorms in the area right now. Joplin just had some rain, but it looks like it's starting to move out, so it's still wet out there, but no active rainfall at the moment. We've had quite a bit of rainfall for the last couple of days, actually. Just west of Joplin got about 3 inches in the last few hours, and across the area, if you're in the light blue, that's more 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. When you get up to the green, about 1 inch to 1.5 inches, 2 inches. So our main threat with all of these rain showers for the next several hours is localized flooding, and as you can see just right outside of our viewing area, 2 counties in a flood watch. So can expect, if you're in some of the low-lying areas, if you're crossing any bridges, might want to watch out for floods on those roads. Currently got some rain, Miami, Columbus, Baxter Springs, moving into Oswego in the next few minutes. Joplin had some rain showers, Webb City did too, but so right now starting to lighten up. But we do have more showers pushing in. As you can see, if you just look in Arkansas, all these showers are moving northwest, so just right into our area. We're going to get those scattered showers and scattered thunderstorm chances most of the day. Starting to fall off a little bit later this evening, but when you're on your way to work or school, not everyone's going to get rainfall, but if you are seeing some rain in your area, it's going to be scattered showers, pretty light at the beginning of the day. Temperatures in the mid-60s and light winds from the southeast as well. Now, moving into the afternoon, heading home from work, heading home from school, that's when we're going to see those thunderstorm chances really start to spark up. Still pretty scattered and isolated in nature, but we may still see a few more cloud to ground lightning strikes and stronger rain showers as well. Temperatures only getting up to the lower 70s today. With all the rainfall, the cloud coverage, we're not warming up too much today. That's going to change this weekend. We are getting up to the 80s, but for ending your work week, pretty cool day, pretty dreary and rainy day as well. Now, starting about 11 to 1 p.m. we see our highest chances of those rain showers and thunderstorms starting to taper off as we get a little bit later into the afternoon, 5-6 p.m. Still some isolated showers, isolated thunderstorms, but it really does start to fall off a little bit later this evening, and then overnight we're really looking at a very low percentage, just a few isolated showers still remaining. So let's go ahead and take a look at that future track. This is about 7:30 this morning. We've got some more showers pushing into those southern counties, heading into the Joplin region. So getting ready to go to work about 8-9 a.m. We are seeing some showers starting to push through at that time. This is about noon now, 12:31. We've got a nice little thunderstorm just west of the Joplin Metro pushing into Pittsburgh in the next hour after that. So it's about 1 to 2 p.m. Pittsburgh getting some nice rain showers, thunderstorms, and then starting to shift off to the east. So heading into the Nevada area about 3:34 p.m. tonight. We do still have a few more showers and thunderstorms throughout the afternoon. So 7 p.m. again, a nice little shower just northwest of Joplin, Pittsburgh, Webb City area, Lamar as well. Those are going to continue on and start to rotate out. And we're looking at a pretty nice day on Saturday. So once these showers start to clear out, clouds clear out, it's going to be a pretty nice sunny day Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures finally getting back up to the 80s, and then we've got scattered shower chances and scattered thunderstorm chances returning on Monday and continuing through the first half of the work week next week. But at least we'll be back with more news after this.
Wireless plan.
Well, a high school senior in Iolani, Hawaii was one of the winners in the world's largest international high school science competition. His project examined why endangered green sea turtles in the Kaneohe Bay have tumors growing on their bodies. Rick Kwan has his story.
During the pandemic, Maddox Springer spent so much time freediving in Kaneohe Bay, he got to know and recognize the green sea turtles that live there.
I ID'd every single green sea turtle I found. I made a name for them, and they really became like my friends, if you will.
But he also began to notice many turtles had tumors growing on their bodies.
I Googled and I searched and I couldn't find why this was happening. So after that, I emailed my research teacher at Iolani, Dr. Yvonne Chan, and I reached out to a lot of UH professors, and one responded to me. And we kind of collaborated, and that's how this project got underway.
His 2.5 years of research led him to the conclusion that Hawaii's large number of cesspools are affecting the algae the turtles are eating, which leads to them coming down with a certain type of cancer.
And this is important because if these turtles keep getting this disease, it'll cause population decline to already struggling species. And on top of that, turtles are considered a keystone species. So like, for example, the turtles in Kaneohe Bay, they eat all the algae that smothers the corals and makes it so that the corals bleach because it can't get the sunlight. So if we don't have the turtles, then the corals will bleach at a higher rate. And so it really affects our entire ecosystem if this one species declines.
Last week at the Regeneron International Science and Engineering Fair in Los Angeles, his work on green sea turtles took first place in its category. He won $10,000, but Maddox says he didn't do it for the money.
My goal was just to help the turtles, and I eventually got to this point because my research did show that the turtles are suffering and that something needs to be done about this. So I don't really like to think of it as a win for myself, but a win for the environment and a win for our beloved green sea turtles.
Maddox now looks to have his work published and use it to show state legislators how cesspools are affecting the health of sea turtles. In the fall, he'll be majoring in marine biology at the University of Oregon, but plans to return to Hawaii to get his PhD. He hopes to inspire other people, both young and old, to get involved.
We don't have as many scientists as we should and as we need to for all the issues from global warming and climate change to pollution. We need more people working on these issues, or else humanity is going to face a grim future. And I really encourage people to get into this. It's really not just for the scientists and the PhDs out there. It's for everyone. Research is a universal topic, and everyone really needs to get involved for change to be made.
In all, more than $9 million was awarded to high school scientists and engineers at last week's Science and Engineering Fair. We're back with more right after this.
Time.
Well, picking up a book this summer could lead to free pizza for some young readers. Pizza Hut is bringing back its Camp Book It program, where it rewards young readers with free pizza. Parents will be able to set up reading goals every month in a digital dashboard. Once their kids meet their goal, they'll receive digital coupons that can get them a free one-topping personal Pizza Hut pan pizza. Enrollment is now open and the program runs from June to August. The original program, Book It, is celebrating its 40th anniversary. The goal is to encourage reading across the country. Well, the foot-long Subway cookie is making its return to the menu. After disappearing from the menu for about 4 months, the sub chain announced on Wednesday that customers will be able to order the foot-long chocolate chip cookie once again. The cookie will appear on Subway's new Sidekick menu. The menu also includes a foot-long Cinnabon churro and a foot-long soft pretzel from Auntie Anne's.
Well, we've got some rain showers continuing in the area starting this morning. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. We do start to see those thunderstorm chances increase as we get to the early afternoon hours, so just after 12 p.m. Those will continue until about 4 p.m., starting to drop off a little bit after 6 p.m. So rain showers and scattered thunderstorms continue for the rest of the afternoon, only warming up to the low 70s today. And overnight, a few more isolated showers and thunderstorms, but we do clear up to have a pretty nice, sunny, warm weekend ahead.